Hello, hi, I am Olivia, the owner and CEO of Profits and Books Bookkeeping Services in Pretoria. A very warm welcome if you have just joined this live, and thank you so much for watching. If you want to know more or hear about what I'm about to say or discuss about business, marketing, and bookkeeping, personal finances, you can go to my YouTube channel, also called Profits and Books Bookkeeping. So thank you so much for watching on this day. Today I want to talk about owning a business. Everybody's dream. But how many people are successful? And let's first of all start by defining what is success to you. Why do you want to start a business? What do you have to offer? What do you know? What can you give? And what would make someone to part with their money and give it to you? So these are the questions you need to ask before you start a business. If you want to start a business because you want to make money, or you have seen someone else doing something and you want to do the same, it's not going to work. If you want to start a business because it looks glamorous, it's not going to work. There's no glamour in most businesses. What goes on behind the scenes? It's hard work, it's dedication, it's commitment, and you have to stay motivated. So to start off with, in South Africa, the administrative burden on businesses, it's immense. There are so many laws that we need to adhere to, from tax laws to labor laws. It is just too much. And in the midst of that, you still need to run a business, make a profit, make money, or break even. So if you think that you're going to get rich overnight when you start a business, it's not going to happen. You must realize and understand that. So what are your options of starting a business? The first thing is not to register your company. It's not to open a business bank account. It's not to register with all the relevant bodies and get on all the relevant databases. That's not the first step. Many of you are already running a business, but you don't know it because you want to formalize the business and then think, now I am legit. You can have a business. You can be an entrepreneur, a businesswoman, a businessman without a registered company. You can run your business just with a bank account from your bedroom, from your backyard, from whatever resources you have. There's no need for you to open a bank account, register with a CIPC and on all the other databases, and then start networking like mad, because this is what businesses do. It's not. It's only a small part of what businesses do or business owners do. The big part of a business is to create or to sell a product or deliver a service. Once you have that sorted out, once you know that this is what I offer, this is how I make my money, you can use your bank account when customers pay you. You are already doing something to make money. And once you have learned how to make money with one thing, you can make money with other things. Look, some people are born to sell. To them, selling comes naturally. You are running a business. It doesn't have to be formalized. It doesn't even need a name. All people would want to know is how much? Can you give it to me? When can I get it? And that's it. So get it out of your head. If you have a business idea and you think that you can't do anything because you don't have money to open a bank account, you don't have money to go for training, you don't have a mentor, all you can think of is what you don't have. What you are actually doing is making up excuses to not start what is in your heart. Why do you want to open a business? What is it that motivates you to want to start with a business? What drives you to want to do this? Because I can say to you, if the drive in you isn't big enough to actually start doing that thing, to start making your idea a reality, then it's not really yours. Then it's a pipe dream and you're just copying someone else. Or you think that is what you do. That is what you want to do. You need to find your why. But that is important, because once you know why you are doing this, then it will drive you. It will inspire you. You know, the biggest why is someone who saw a need and then did something to provide in the need. It's someone who came up with a solution and then the solution brought in the money. Most people will tell you, you must be crazy to want to start a business. But once you start, you cannot stop. There's no way that you can go back to being employed and be happy once you have tasted running a business. So why do you want to run a business, start a business, work for yourself, whatever way you want to put it? Why? And what is stopping you from doing it? Most businesses are born accidentally. A lot of people will say to you, this thing just happened. I found myself doing something. And then people wanted to know more about it. And I realized, but there's a service here. The guy who started Varsity College, he was just minding his own business. He was studying, and he realized the students who study with UNISA, they took forever. They took forever to finish their degrees because, look, it's self-studying. And then he found a way to offer these courses in support of UNISA, but at a reduced time. Another guy who opened an IT training school, he was just fixing computers. And then people asked him, can you fix this? And more people came, and before you knew it, you realized, hang on, I have a business. The guy who started iFix, I think it's now WeFix, I'm speaking under correction, but with iFix, the founder of iFix, he started his business because his iPod, there was so much music on it, and then it broke. And no one could fix it. And those who could fix it, and he was still a student, mind you, and those who could fix it charged exorbitant. And they said to him, we can fix it for you, but we won't be able to keep your music. And he complained and he asked everywhere until he went onto YouTube and he found a way to fix his iPod. And that's how his business was born. If you have something burning inside of you and you think that you don't have the right qualifications, you don't know the right people, you don't have any money, those are just excuses. Because a business is being born when you stand up and you actually do what needs to be done. Not chasing the money, but because you saw a need and you provided in that need. And it takes guts. You need a certain type of confidence when you start a business. And yeah, I'm talking about a business that is not registered. Why am I talking so much about the business that's not registered? Because even if you don't have a registered business, it's still legal in the eyes of the law. You can still operate as a sole proprietor. Which means you don't have a business name, you don't have a business bank account, you operate in your own name. You can choose to give it a nice name if you want to. It's not a must. You can choose. And then people pay money into your bank account. No resources required. You already have a bank account. Sometimes we want to formalize things so much because the business is not about providing a service to you, but it's about wanting to impress people because you have a business. If you start out wanting to make money and wanting to impress people, already you've lost the battle. Already you don't understand what this is all about. The founder of Workshop 17, Paul Kirsten, one of my favorite people in the world, by the way, when it comes to business, he said he was a student and there was an opportunity that he just by chance overheard, and he put up his hand because he heard that the money they offered to the university where he was studying, the university said, hell no, you guys, that's peanuts to us, you can't afford us. And him, being a student, he overheard the conversation and he put up his hand and he said, I can do it. Because he said for him, it was a lot of money. He was a student with no responsibilities. And that's how his business was born. So I will ask again, what is stopping you from opening your business, from starting something? Let's look. You sit there with an idea, or you want to do something, or you just want to make money. Let's look at that. What do you need? Your basic requirement in today's day and age, you do need an internet connection. And most of us, we can afford data. And yes, I will hear people say data is so expensive, but if data is so expensive and unaffordable, how come so many people can send so many useless messages on WhatsApp? YouTube videos they can send to you, it requires data. So if you have the time to search for all those messages online, then you have enough data to use the internet to improve your life and to hone your skills.